From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening. I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Friday, October 31st. A semi-truck jackknifed in northeast Lincoln this afternoon, spilling at least 100 gallons of diesel and causing major traffic backups. The spill ran down the northbound lanes of 84th Street near Layton Avenue. Lincoln Fire and Rescue's hazmat team contained the fuel with absorbent materials. Northbound lanes are closed while the health department oversees cleanup. No injuries were reported. Another domestic violence case is emerging, this time in Gage County, after a quick-thinking Walmart employee in Beatrice helped rescue a woman who says she was held captive for 2 days. Deputies arrested 31-year-old Justin Barnhouse after the woman told the employee she'd been strangled several times and needed help. Authorities say she pulled the worker aside in the store's bathroom to report the abuse. Barnhouse faces assault by strangulation and domestic assault charges. In a separate case tied to suspected domestic violence, 55-year-old Dean Weiss of Omaha is being held on a $1 million bond. He faces gun, burglary, and attempted assault charges after allegedly firing at officers near 152nd and Spencer in Omaha. Prosecutors say Weiss was in a relationship with a resident. Staying in Omaha, 5 people, including a city employee, appeared in court today in a major sex trafficking investigation. Amy Hicks, an accountant for the city's finance department, is accused as the ringleader, facing 6 felony charges and a $10 million bond. Douglas Johnson, Thomas Falcon, and Stephen Harper are also held on multi-million-dollar bonds. Scott Nelson was recently sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for sex trafficking a minor. Out west, 43-year-old Justin Jelinek has been federally charged with attempted murder, assault, weapons violations, and child porn after allegedly firing on a federal task force on October 15th. Officers returned fire, and Jelinek surrendered after briefly barricading himself. Authorities seized firearms, electronics, and thousands of rounds of ammunition. He could face life in prison if convicted. Staying in central Nebraska, where State Senator Dan McKeon has been cited for misdemeanor public indecency following an alleged incident at an end-of-session party earlier this summer. A woman reported in May that McKeon groped her over her clothes at a party attended by staff, family, and friends of lawmakers. McKeon declined to comment. In other news, SNAP benefits are set to run out tomorrow amid the ongoing government shutdown, but 2 federal judges are ordering the Trump administration to replenish food aid for tens of millions using emergency funds, rejecting the USDA's claim that contingency funds cannot be used. Recipients are still expected to face delays. One judge has requested an update on funding by Monday at noon. Meanwhile, a state DHHS website post blaming Democrats for the shutdown is prompting a lawsuit. Lancaster County resident Kay Siebler, who filed the lawsuit, calls the message despicable and illegal, saying the website is for resources, not false information and bad politicking.
These people who purport to be Catholic, who purport to be Christian, who purport to be pro-life, they are causing this suffering, and it's hypocritical. It's despicable, and it's illegal.
She adds her priority is getting SNAP benefits reinstated or at least having the message removed. Now, Nebraska is expected to collect far less revenue than anticipated. The State Forecasting Board cut projections by $120 million for next year and $247 million the following year. Governor Jim Pillen says his team is exploring spending cuts while aiming for more property tax relief. A full budget plan is coming in January. Lastly, in some lighter news, the Huskers are gearing up for a blackout game against USC this weekend. Work began Thursday to transform Memorial Stadium's end zones and Husker logo to black. The players will also take the field in all black uniforms and helmets. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.